Hello, my geniuses. How are you doing? How are you doing today? I hope that you're fine. I am fine. Thank you for asking. My geniuses, we are starting a new topic today. Yes, you heard me right. We will be looking at adjectives. Now, just go right ahead and touch that thumbs up button, okay? And I want to thank you for returning to Reading Unlimited with KDN. You are at the right place. So be prepared for an exciting lesson. Now, how would you describe me? Well, some might say she is beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. What about she has a red sweater on? Yes, it's very cold. I have a red sweater on. Some might say she is fat. Well, I hope you won't say that, but even then, what can I say? Some might say she is slim, because everybody sees someone differently, and you would be correct. My geniuses, all those are adjectives. You got that right. So once you are describing a noun or pronoun, then you are using an adjective. Come on with me, let's go. So, an adjective. An adjective is a word that adds to the meaning of a noun or pronoun. It describes or makes the noun or pronoun more specific. You got that? So it will make the noun or the pronoun more specific. So I could look in a crowd and I could say, that handsome man right in the corner. Ha! You got that? So it's not just any man. It's that handsome man standing in the corner. See how specific that is? And man right there would be the noun. I could look in the sky and say, oh, it's so blue and pretty. So in reference to the sky, which is the noun, it is blue and pretty. Got that? Look at that car. It is moving so fast. I am describing the movement of the car, which is fast. So yes, adjective make nouns and pronouns more meaningful and more specific. I could also tell you that adjectives add colors, right? Yes, they add colors to darkness. So if you're just talking about a regular noun or a regular pronoun, it wouldn't be as exciting as when you add adjectives to it, all right? So adjectives describe. Once you're describing, then you're using an adjective. Okay, my geniuses, let's continue. So example, the tired teacher was anxious for the holiday. I know many of our teachers are not really exposed to this online teaching until this pandemic. So they are very exhausted and they're anxiously waiting for the holiday. So what would be my noun there? Teacher, right? If you said that, ding, 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 ding. So the noun here would be teacher. Now, tired is the word that is describing how the teacher feels. So teacher here is the noun and this is the adjective. So tired here is the adjective, right? So tired is describing how the noun feels, the teacher feels. Good job. Some adjectives are called regular, right? Because they form their comparative and superlative degrees in specific ways. So if they form their comparative and their superlative degree in specific ways, then those are called regular adjectives, right? And I mentioned degrees, so I know you want to know more about that. Isn't that so? There are 3 degrees of comparing adjectives. We have what is called the positive, and there we're just talking about the adjective itself, all right? Then we have the comparative, and the comparative is when you're comparing 2 things or two people. Okay? Now, the superlative is for comparing three or more. So the positive is just one adjective. The comparative is when you're comparing two adjectives. The superlative is when you're comparing three or more adjectives. Okay, my geniuses? Now, when it is regular, so if the adjective is regular, you usually add er to the comparative and est to the superlative. Okay? Now take a look at this. So there are 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, superlative. Bright, so here we added the er. Brighter, brightest. So these are regular adjectives, my geniuses. Brave, braver, bravest. You will realize that there is an E that has disappeared, so it's not 2 E's there. Then what about fat? Now we're doubling that consonant and it becomes fatter and fattest. But because the ER is added to the comparative and the EST to the superlative, that makes them regular adjectives. Okay? Then we have busy. Here you'll realize that we changed the Y to I and we added EST. The Y there was changed to I and we added ER for the comparative and EST for the superlative. So all these have their different rules. However, they are regular adjectives because they form their comparative by adding ER and their superlative by adding EST. Now, let's talk about irregular adjectives. Irregular adjectives do not form their comparative or superlative in any particular way. So it's not like you can look at it and you can think of a sequence. No, it doesn't form in any particular way. All right, let's look at this. Good. That's a positive, right? But you may have a piece of cake and you think it's good, but then you taste Tara's cake and you realize that was better. But then she baked another batch and you realize this is the best cake you've ever had. See? So there, good, better, best. Not a specific way, right? Let's look at bad. So, let's say somebody did something bad, but the other person did something worse. But then you had 3 people and they did something that was worst. Got it? So all these are irregular adjectives. Yes, they do not form their comparative or their superlative in any particular way. So guys, remember, adjectives are describing words. They add meaning to nouns and pronouns. They make them more specific and of course colorful at times, right? There are 3 degrees of comparing adjectives: the positive, the comparative, and the superlative. Regular adjectives, they form their comparative by adding er to the comparative and est to the. Okay, so now you're going to give me 3 adjectives to describe these nouns. So we have the nouns over here and you will give me the adjectives on the line. Okay, these you can write in your journals or you can go ahead and put them under the comment section. Okay, so the sea, the water could be blue and it could be calm. All right, so you will give me the other one. What about a cow? If you should look at a cow, what are 3 adjectives that you could use to describe the cow? Again, let me give you 1. So the cow could be big. What about Tajay? That's my son. You know he's very handsome. He is smart. And he is kind. So I did the one for my son because you probably don't know him, my geniuses, but I do, so I can tell you the adjectives that describe him, right? All right, so house. We could do many different adjectives to describe your house. What about table? And then Jamaica right there, right? So we looked at see, how, Tajay, house, table, Jamaica. Uh-huh. You're going to find adjectives to describe those nouns for me and make them very colorful and exciting. All right? Good. Now, guys, I want to thank you so very much for joining me on Reading Unlimited with KDN. If you are a regular visitor, please just go ahead and subscribe and touch that notification bell so you will be the first to know once I upload videos. Now, my geniuses, I want you to comment because that's the only way that I can hear from you, and you know I love to hear from you, right? Yes. Have you been looking in that mirror? Have you been telling yourself great things? You are talented. You are a gem. You are marvelous. You are great. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You're stunning. You're handsome. Be kind to yourself. But in so doing, be kind to others. And if you have nothing good to say about people, please say absolutely nothing at all. Have yourselves a great day. Bye.